We back. Hope you enjoyed the track video that I made. Pretty excited about the 9-second pass, but got a few things going on today. We're gonna get these new tires mounted on. I left them in the house because I love the way drag radials smell. So, yeah. But I'll show you what I got going on outside. As you know, if you watch the track video, you know that I've got an exhaust leak, and it's right by where this one of the wastegates come out of the hot side, and it's a crack. It's not on the weld. It's just a crack on the metal. So need to get this hot side off and weld it up. This is kind of overcast and nasty today. It just rained for like 5 days straight, so everything's just soaking wet. But the leak is right down here, about right there. I don't know if you can see it or not. But I'll show you whenever I get the hot side off, and show you where the crack is and get the heat wrap off and weld it back up. But right now I'm just trying to get these bead-lock rings off so I can take these to the tire place and get the new tires mounted. These are pretty much done for as far as the tread goes. I think that was part of my problem on trying to launch this thing the other day. I mean, these things are extra bald now, so. But, yep, just gonna get to doing that. I'll start the time lapse. Alright guys, got the hot side and the turbo off. Turbo's sitting right there. And I'll show you what my problem was. Pretty big freaking crack here. I'm kind of worried about it. Put it in the sun. See a little better. There it is. Pretty big freaking crack right there. I'm gonna try to fix it the best I can. Hopefully it won't spider web out anymore, but it might be time for me to start thinking about making another hot side for this car, because this one's about 3 years old, and it was really the first thing I've ever learned to weld on. And the weld isn't cracking, it's just the pipe around it. So, I don't know. We'll see what I need to do. But for now, we'll try to fix it up the best I can, and hopefully it'll hold a little bit. At least for a little while, until I can start making another one. Just finished up fixing this exhaust leak. So what I did was I went over, ground all the paint and everything down, kind of hammered the crack. The crack had kind of split and kind of opened up. I hammered it back to place with my little ball peen hammer. Got it as close together as I could. I welded about 3 laps around there. And then I put this piece here on. It was just a little rectangle piece of metal, flat steel that I had, and I kind of welded around and kind of tapped it around there, and kind of a little reinforcement. It ain't pretty, but I think it'll work, and it'll reinforce it. Hopefully it won't crack all up anymore, but we shall see. Maybe one day I'll pull this off and make me a nice stainless kit, now that I can TIG a little bit, but it won't be right now. So I got some more heat wrap coming. I have a little bit in here, but I have some more heat wrap coming so I can wrap this back up. But I need to go to the store and get some crush washers to replace these for the wastegate lines, and I need to get some more paint for the exhaust so I can repaint this back up black again before I wrap it. Kind of prevents a little bit of rust under here, but yeah, I think it's going to work out pretty decent. So I'll continue filming when I get back from that and can continue progress. Well, got all the stuff welded. Actually put a little support on here from the flange down to the piping on this side right there, because this turbo is a lot heavier. Got to thinking about it, and really the only thing I got this flex coupler in here, and really the only thing that holds this turbo up is this flange right here. So maybe it was putting just a lot of stress here where the manifold is and everything, or the wastegate. So decided I would just brace that up a little bit. Maybe that'll help take some of the weight off of this area. But yeah, got her all painted up. I painted the exhaust side of the turbo with the black exhaust paint like I always do, because it was starting to try to rust a little bit. So decided I'd catch it early. And yeah, hopefully I got a little bit of exhaust wrap in there. I might be able to finish this thing up today. But yeah, everything's all still tore apart, so try to get this thing back together as soon as I can. Like I said, maybe I'll get it in a little bit. I'm gonna go pick up my tires in just a second. I'm gonna drop them off at the tire shop, so I probably gonna head that direction and go get them things. Got the car almost all the way together yesterday and realized that the nut on this Marmon flange, this 5-inch Marmon flange clamp, is pretty much stripped out. The threads are basically gone in it. So I'm gonna have to go to the hardware store and try to get another one, and then maybe I can put the car back together. It rained a lot last night, so I didn't mess with it anymore after that. But yeah, show you how far I am on it. Didn't take but maybe 45 minutes to start putting it back together. But got everything back together basically. I got to just put the clamp on for the downpipe, tighten up the flange for the turbo, do the oil feed and return for the turbo, and put one more line on for the wastegate, and I can pretty much start it up, make sure there's no leaks. But came out pretty good. Hopefully this hot side will last a little longer, so I don't have to make one right now. But yeah, let's go get us a nut. She's back. Got a little exhaust leak because this clamp, it didn't quite hold my I ran a die across the threads, but try to clean them up. But I guess the threads are too weak right about here, so the nut just spins and doesn't tighten up anymore. So it's just barely leaking. I got another flange on the way, or another clamp, so we'll just have to deal with that for now. But seems to be all right. The other day I was bored at work on a break, and was online, and ended up buying a battery tray for the RX-7 and a cup holder, because the RX-7 didn't have a cup holder. But I got it from a place called LRB Speed. Here it is. Just got some threaded rod and plate, and here's the battery holder here. Just gonna try to get that installed today. And here's the cup holder. I plastic dipped it black, but have to get that in the car and see how easy it is. It's got these little riv nuts to go in there. I'm not sure what you would do if you didn't have the riv nut tool, but I do. So see if we can go ahead and get this bad boy installed. Got the plate all mounted in there. Got the rods set where I need them to be. I think it's going to be pretty nice. Got the rods pretty much adjusted where I want them. So yeah, we'll try to throw this battery in and see how she looks. All right, got her all finished up. I'll lift it back up so you can see what it looks like. pretty nice piece. Battery's finally tied down, and before it was just in a box, in a marine box, just laying in there with no cover on it. So that's a whole lot nicer there. And if I ever have to go tech somewhere where they'll look at that, then they'll probably be a little happier with that.